Welcome to Humphreys of Henley TV, countryside concierge at its finest, and a really warm welcome, and it is warm today, to Chekendon, the most beautiful little, very typical English village, nestled in the heart of the Chilterns, with sweeping beech trees and all sorts leading down into the Thames Valley. It really is just stunning. Many of our guests come here and start a really rather lovely riding experience, and there are some beautiful views, and sitting on top of a horse gives you a rather lovely vantage point from which to enjoy it. Whether you're an absolute beginner and fancy a lovely little guided walk, just a quiet guided walk through the woods, or whether you've got a bit more experience and want to head out into the countryside, the choice is yours. There is a fabulous selection of horses from which to choose, and some lovely guides to make sure that you see the very best of our countryside. Winston Churchill said, "No hour is wasted that is spent in the saddle," and that is certainly true in Chekendon. Personally, I feel incredibly lucky. I was born in the Cotswolds. I now live in the Chilterns, and both of them are both designated areas of outstanding natural beauty and really form the heart of the English countryside. A lot less is known about the Chilterns than the Cotswolds, and yet it is only about an hour northwest and west of London. And there are so many fabulous little hidden wonders that visitors very rarely find, and that's why we're here, to help you find them. The Chilterns cover about over 320 square metres of countryside, so there's a huge amount to see. Some of the great houses in the area include Stoner Park, Hughenden Manor, Cheynes Manor, and there is a huge amount of history. Stoner Park, for example, currently has 3 generations of the Stoner family living there, and can date its history back to its life in the house for the last 850 years. Cheynes Manor is reputably where Queen Elizabeth I very reluctantly signed the death warrant for Mary, Queen of Scots. So the stories abound wherever you go. Some of the towns and villages, Turville and Hambledon, which you'll recognise from the small and large screen. Henley and Marlow, both beautiful riverside market towns with a huge number of events going on throughout the year, not just in the summer. Great Missenden proudly boasts of its association with Roald Dahl. He's lived there for about 30 years and wrote many of his books during his time there. So there's a huge amount of places to visit, and obviously some rather fabulous, very traditional English pubs to enjoy along the way. And a little bit further north, Burnham Beeches is one of the finest examples of ancient woodland. Many of the trees there are over 400 years old. So if you enjoy exploring a little bit of flora and fauna, then that's definitely a place to go. So whether you explore this beautiful area on horseback or by car or even in an open top carriage, there's so much to see. It's absolutely beautiful and really is England's countryside at its best. See you next week.